Okay, so last up in my ultimate DIY scrapbook printable template is the page 28, which is the fancy policy envelope. And I decided I wanted to do some more like mixed media stuff, and I wanted to do like a junk journal type thing. And I have this old book full of old maps and stuff from the 60s. So they're the perfect size. I'm going to trim them down to 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to send it to the printer, and I'm going to print these envelopes, policy envelopes, onto this paper. Well, I thought it might be fun to have like a travel journal, like a mixed media junk journal, travel journal type thing. So what I want to do is, I found this book. My son used it as a coloring book at some point in his life, but it's the perfect size for the envelope. So I took the guts out. You see where he was coloring. So I'm going to start with the cover, and I'm going to do some mixed media on the cover. So I want to start with, I think the first thing I want to do, it's been so long I've missed my mixed media stuff. I'm going to start by covering the whole thing with a coat of gesso, and this is just acrylic gesso. And this is just a, what is this? I think this is watercolor paper. I'm not exactly sure, but I taped it down onto my surface here to protect it. And I've got my water, and then I've got this cheap brush. I think I got it at Michael's, and it's 3/4 of an inch. And I'm assuming it's like it's an acrylic brush, but I don't know what kind of fiber this is. But anyways, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to do a coat of gesso on the whole thing. Oh, look. Where is that red coming from? I haven't a clue. It must be the marker that he used coming out. That's funny. But this book, I know I said he had colored in it, but he also, I guess, tore it up while he was coloring. So it was all falling apart anyway, so I didn't feel bad about gutting it, I guess. But I can use the pages for something else too, so I'm not worried. I'm going to have to do a second coat probably to get rid of that red. That's funny. I'm going to dry it and give it another coat. Okay, so I put another coat on, but it didn't get rid of the pink, as you can tell. And I put a heavier coat of gesso, so it kind of cracked when I put the heat directly to it. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's pretty cool looking, so I'm going to leave it. It's going to like add to the whole, you know, distressed travel journal look thing. So what I want to do is I want to do some modeling paste and some stencils, but first I'm going to add a little bit of color using my brown India ink spray. I'll put the description or the link to the I'll put the link to the video in the description box below if you want to go check out how I made these, just so that you can see where I'm putting the modeling paste at and what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color. No big deal. Dry it up real quick. Okay, so I've added a little bit of color. No big deal. It doesn't matter if it stays or not. It's not. That's not what's important, but it looks pretty cool because it got in some of the cracks. It looks pretty neat, I think, anyway. All right, so I'm going to take flexible modeling paste and a palette knife, and I've got a couple stencils here. I've got Tim Holtz Burlap, and I've got Mini Time Travel by the Crafter's Workshop. Yeah, that's what it is, the Crafter's Workshop. So I was going to use these two just to give the whole cover some texture. I'm going to start with this one. And I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to get some out and put it on my sheet here. Easier to work with. That way it won't dry out. So I'm just going to add some texture. And I just grabbed, you know, a couple different ones. I really don't have any like travel themed stencils. So I'm just going to go with whatever I have here. Maybe put a little bit on the spine. I'm going to be careful not to get it in the creases too much because I'm probably going to be sewing in that spot and that might just chip off anyways. So I don't want to go too crazy. Maybe just a little bit more up here. Just like that. And I'm going to wipe the stencil off. If I know I'm going to be using a lot of stencils, I will have like a little shallow dish of water that I can just toss them into until I'm ready to clean them. But I'm only going to be using the 2, so I'm just going to wipe them up as good as I can. I'm going to dry this up and then I will get the other stencil out. Okay, so now this is pretty dry. Well, not super 100% dry, but you can see the texture there. So I'm going to get this other one out and add some clock faces to it. Let's see, does it have a, I don't guess it really matters. Let's do it like this. And if you put it on thin, it dries faster, obviously. And I'm not worried about going over top of what I just did. It's fine with me. Put a little bit over there. Maybe do a little bit over here. Not a whole lot, I don't think, because I'm going to use some, I got some like travel sticker type things, which I wouldn't normally use in mixed media, but I thought I'd give it a try. You know, this kind like scrapbook stickers. I've got some like suitcases, and I've got a globe, just different stuff. I thought I would play around and see what I might like to do. Okay, so I've got it mostly dry, I think. And again, you really can't see a whole lot. But here's the stickers I was talking about. They're both from Jolees Boutique, and I got them at Michael's. And this one has the globe, and then it has like this hot air balloon thing. I guess it's a piece of a flower map or something, and then it's got this hot air balloon look to it. And then this one has like luggage tags, and it has suitcases. So I thought it would be fun to play with these. So I'm going to try to mess with the placement a little bit and see what we can do. I mean, these are so cute. Maybe I can use those baggage claim tickets on the pages. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I don't want this part. I just want like these and maybe stack them up in the corner. I don't know if it has a right or a wrong. So I'm just going to unstick them, and they're on a good sticky back, it looks like. Some of them are more dimensional than others. So I'm just going to take all these apart. Uh-oh. This one doesn't want to come off. Okay. So I've got these cool suitcases. Yep, hang on. Okay. Yeah, so I thought it might be fun to just kind of like stack them up, you know. And maybe have them overlapping a little bit, maybe. Where it looks like there's just a big old pile of suitcases. Like right there maybe. And then I wanted to use the globe, but I think I like this one better. Oh, what do we got going on here? Uh-oh, I'm ripping stuff. Come on. I've already ripped the sticker. Awesome. Maybe having this like up here, maybe, or having this globe thingy. The globe part doesn't really, maybe if I took it off the globe stand. It's kind of cool. It like the airplane moves. It's which is kind of neat. So if I don't end up using the suitcases, maybe I can just put that at the bottom. But anyway, so that was kind of my idea. So I think what I'll do before I stick anything down, I'm going to add some color to the cover. So I'm going to use blue, I think. Yep. And then green maybe, I don't know. Map colors, I was thinking of map colors and maybe some white and my brown. Let's start with the blue and see what it looks like. Oops, set that right in some wet modeling paste. Add some of that, and maybe add some white. Uh-oh. Aw, it was just working yesterday. These bottles, they're not exactly the best quality, so sometimes the pump stops working. Well, maybe we won't use white. I think I am going to add some green. Why not? I think it needs brown over top of it. And maybe I'll add some water. Alrighty, I've got that mostly dry. I think I'm going to add some more color to it though. Yes, I am. I add some green over to here, a little bit more concentrated maybe. Just a hint of brown. And then I add a little bit of water. And I'm going to tilt it this way, kind of crooked, catty, awkward. Catty, awkward. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just going to keep adding color until I am completely happy with the way it looks. I'm not sure that's possible, but I'm going to try. Just going to keep adding layers. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can definitely tell there's layers. Okay, so I'm going to quit adding color to it right now because I keep messing it up. I keep hitting it with my dryer, and the modeling paste is still kind of wet, especially when I'm adding liquid on top of it. So I'm going to let that sit for a while I work on these suitcases, which are fun. Some of them, this one's flatter. So I thought maybe I would do like I said, stacking them up. Okay, I think I've changed my mind about using any of the suitcases. What I think I'm going to do is I've changed the globe into the hot air balloon, so I kind of took it apart, and I think that's what I'm going to use here. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have it here on the cover one way or the other here. So I'm just going to, how am I going to attach it? I'm going to use some matte medium. This is just matte medium that I put, whoa, in the squirt bottle. I got a little willy-nilly with the squirting, but we'll just stick that right there. So I think I'm just gonna place it down here, a little bit off kilter, a little bit like that. And then I think I'm going to put this journey across here somewhere. I think right there. I don't really like the color of it, but let me put some ink on it. Let's see if I can. I think I'm going to use some gesso here in a minute too. So I'm going to stick this down, even though it's got a sticky thing on there. I'm going to use some matte medium. Whoa, come back. Alright, I'm going to grab a smaller brush and my gesso back out. And I think I'm going to just start adding some highlights. For example, like on the basket here, so it can be seen a little bit better. And maybe along the edge of the globe here. I should really let that stuff dry. Maybe I'll let it dry a little bit. Maybe I'll go over on some of this stuff over here and lighten this stuff up a little bit. It might be a little heavy on the gesso. Let me get a clean baby wipe. There we go, that looks better. Mixed media is all about the layers, so remember that. If something doesn't look quite to your liking, well, that next layer you're going to add might make it look a little better. I need to let this stuff dry. I don't have very much patience. Look at there. Come on, journey sign. There we go. I'm liking that a lot better. I like all the layers. I think it looks really cool. So let me do this to the back side too. I need to let it dry. I need to quit messing with it. I'm gonna let it dry. I'll be right back. Alright, now I'm gonna try again with the gesso and see if I can get it a little bit better. Hopefully it's dry enough to where it won't move. It's still moving a little bit. Good grief. Right, the smart person would just walk away and let it dry, but no. I don't want to do that. Okay, now I want to do a few more layers of some color and to see what that does. So I can always go back and change what I've just did. Let's see if it makes it look any cooler. Okay, so now I'm going to add some blue. I'll wipe this off a little bit before I go on. And maybe some brown. And of course I gotta add some green. Okay, I'm gonna dry this up and I think I'm gonna have to change my battery and I will be right back. Okay, now I think I'm just going to take some of the ink straight up out of the India ink bottle in brown. And I think I'm going to go around the edges a little bit to give it a more vintagey, antique-y feel. I'm going to spray it and let it drip. Maybe blow it up a little bit. Let's see if I kind of like that. Let me dry it a little bit. I think I'm going to add some to these spine edges right here. Let's see if I can get it to do what I want it to do. I probably won't be able to get it to do it, but that's okay. I'll keep trying until it does it. This is what it's looking like so far. It's looking really cool. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Alright, I think that's all the inking I'm going to do for right now. Okay, now I think I am going to... That looks pretty cool. Huh? I think now I'm going to put a coat of matte multi-medium... Oh, hang on, let me grab it. Whoa. Multi-medium matte by Ranger. Uh-oh, if I can get in here. It sounds like it's almost empty. I'm gonna put a whole coat on it. I'm gonna put a coat of this on here and see if I want to leave it like this. Because I like the way it's looking, and it looks a little different once you get, you know, the matte medium on there, because it's got a different, like, it changes. It's not really matte. I don't know why they call it matte medium. It's still got like a sheen, like a eggshell or a semi-gloss or something. So I'm going to put a good coat on here. It's mostly dry. Really, really, really like the way that matte medium makes everything feel and look. It's so pretty. Which this is kind of what it looks like when it's going to be closed. Sorry about the shine. Whoa. Which is kind of cool looking, but I still think that needs some more definition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to use that one or not. That one's sepia. Is this one sepia? Yep, dark sepia. I'll just use dark sepia and hope that it looks good. So I'm using the big brush pen. This is Faber-Castell. I think that's how you say it. And I think I'm just going to go around here and kind of give the balloon something. A little something, something. Maybe underneath the sign here. Where's my... I mean, it's already got a little bit of depth because it's popped up a little bit, but I think that it would look better, more defined. Yeah. I like it. No, I kind of feel like I need to go around this too. What do you think? I think I will. maybe going, making the edges a little darker. Yeah, I think I'll do that too. I think that looks pretty good. And since I've used the matte medium, it gives me a minute. I can come back and just kind of gently smooch it a little bit. Smooge, whatever. Alrighty, then let's do this edge here. And maybe let's even do this edge. That looks pretty cool. Let's do the sun. Still feel like there needs to be some more right here. That looks pretty darn cool. I like it. I like it. Oops. Sometimes when that soft or flexible modeling paste, or whatever you want to call it, sometimes it's not completely dry, and I bump into it all the time, like with my dryer and stuff. It's really annoying. Let's give it a little more depth, a little bit more grunge. So I think it looks good. I'm definitely into like the vintagey look. I like it a lot. I like it. Of course, this side, well, this side's looking kind of hateful. I haven't done this side yet, obviously, but I think I'm just going to line it because I'm going to be sewing signatures in. So maybe I'll just go around the edge like this. Okay. Alrighty, what do you think? I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Yep. I like it. I think it turned out really cool. I think it really did. I'm glad I didn't use the suitcases. I like it a lot. Okay, so I think from right now, there's our covers. Okay, so I'm just going to let this cover probably dry overnight before I mess with it anymore. And then the next video, I will do the pages and stuff for this album. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.